Right, morning everyone. Short date and learn objective, please. Short date and learn objective, and then we'll press play when you've done that. Pause the video, then press play. Okay. So as it says, we're looking at finding the volume of cuboids. Now, first of all, just describe what a cuboid is. It's a 3D shape. Okay, it's a 3D shape. I know we will have done this before, so just a reminder: a 3D shape. It's got 6 sides. Okay, it's made up of rectangles. So what we've got here, if we look at my packet of paracetamol here, we've got the base. Okay, that's the base of it. Okay, so when I put it there, this is the base. Then I've got the width here. Okay, the width going on there, the width of it, and then of course I've got the height going all the way around here. So these are the heights. So this is the base, this is the width, and then this is the height of it. Okay, and we need to know those different parts in order to find the volume, and volume is just the amount of space it takes up. Okay, so the amount of space it takes up. Just while I remember, in case I forget later, when we do volume, for example, when we did area, we always put the answer in centimeters squared, didn't we? But when it comes to volumes, we do centimeters cubed or meters cubed or even kilometers cubed. Okay, and we'll sort of go into the reason behind that as we go through the lesson. Okay, so the formula, and write this down please: volume equals the base times the width times the height. Okay, so then you can write that underneath as well, please. Volume equals base times width times height. Make sure you write both of those into your book, please. Both of those into your book. Pause while you're doing that, please. Pause the video while you're doing that, and then we'll carry on with the lesson. Okay. Right. Okay. So that's the formula. So before we go and work out some volumes of some cuboids, I just want us to, because we will be multiplying 3 numbers, I just want us to have just a reminder. If we're doing 7 times 6 times 5, which is 2, 7 times 6 is 42. Okay, and I know some of us aren't great at our times table. If we don't know 7 sixes, remember what we can do is 7 groups of 6. So we can do 6, 12, 18, 24, and that's the only way to do it if you don't know your tables. Okay, 42. So I've done my 6 times table. I need 7 sixes, 6, 12, and you're just going to have to write them out. Okay, if you for those of you who don't know 100% sure of your tables. So we know this is 42. Okay, then we're doing 42 times 5, and again, some of you might be able to do that in your head because you can do 42 times 10 and halve it. But 42 times 5, I would do that with, note, carry the 120, 210. Okay, right, remember when you're going to be doing bigger numbers. Okay, so you could have 11 times 12 times 6. Okay, so again, I would concentrate on the big numbers first. So I do 12 times 11. Now I know 12 tens are 120, so 12 11s, that's 132. And then I times it by 6. So just a quick reminder about doing that, okay, when you come to do it. You might be asked to do, what would be 35 centimeters times 2 meters. 35 centimeters times 2 meters. Very quickly, write your answer down in your books, please. Now, if you put 70, you are wrong, okay, because these are different units of measurement. So remember, when we multiply, or calculating anything really, multiplying, subtracting, dividing, you name it, we have to put them in the same unit of measurement. Now I think it's easy to turn this 2 meters into centimeters, so it becomes 35 centimeters times 2 meters, 200. Okay, 35, so it's times 200, and again you can do this how you want. If you want to do your 200 times 35, 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 2 is 10. add the most important thing, the zero, remember, because this 3 is worth 30. 3 times naught is 3. Sorry, it's naught. 3 times naught is naught. 6, and you would add them up that way. So your answer would be 7,000 centimeters, okay? And actually you could then turn that back into meters, okay, which would be 70 meters, okay? Right, a bit on the right. Yes, okay, looks as if I have, yeah. Right, or, and this is how I would do this, I would do 35 times 200. I would just cross those two zeros off. Then I do 35 times 2, so that's just double 35 is 70. I've crossed those two off, and again I got 7,000. So yeah, 7,000 centimeters if I'm multiplying those, okay, if I'm multiplying. So remembering, and this is only really for the extension work actually, to put the work into the same units of measurement before calculating. So you have to put the numbers into the same unit of measurement before you calculate. So let's have a little look, okay, about how we find volume, okay. So here we have, and obviously because we're out of school, we can't be, holding cuboids and 3D shapes, etc. So we're just going to have to use this sort of thing, okay. So here we have a cuboid, okay. It's going to still have 6 sides. We can only see 3, but there'll be one underneath there, one behind, and one over there, okay, made up of rectangles. Now, say for example, the base of this is 7 centimeters, and then say for example the width is 3 centimeters, and then the height is, and the height could be on this side or this side. This is also the height here, okay. You'll notice that this base is actually going to be the same as that, okay, and this width will be the same as this one here. So some of the and the same as this one there, okay. So it's these can be found in different places, sometimes labeled in different places, but in essence you have the base, the width, and the height. I'd say the height is 10 centimeters. Now we know that the area, the volume, the formula for volume is the base times the width times the height, and we just fill that in. So volume equals 7 centimeters times 3 centimeters times 10 centimeters. So 7 times 3 is 21. 21 times 10, okay, we're just adding the 0 there. So our answer is 210 centimeters cubed. Now if it helps you to remember the cubed, you're multiplying 3 numbers together, so it's going to be cubed, okay, volume. Or you can think, a cuboid is a 3D shape. It's a 3D shape, isn't it? Okay, so therefore you put the 3 there, okay. So we have to put our cubed sign, okay, to the power of 3. Right. They can get a bit tricky just with the numbers, to be honest. With this sort of thing, it just might be the numbers. So this could be 12. This could be 6, this could be 7. So again, we're dealing with bigger numbers here, okay. I think I would do the times the bigger numbers, because you don't have to do them in any particular order. Because so the volume will be, so 7 times 6 times 12. Now I'm going to just swap these numbers around. I'm going to do 12 times 7, and I'm going to multiply 6 by it, okay. So it doesn't matter what order we do the multiplying in, it's up to you, okay. So 12 times 7, luckily I know my 7 times table and my 12, so that's going to be 84. So then I have to do 84 times 6. Now I don't know my 84 times table, so I'll just do 84 times 6. 6 4s are 24, 6 8s are 48, and 2 is 50, so it's 504, sorry. So equals 504, I'll just make these centimeters, sorry, centimeters cubed, okay, to the power of 3. Right, so that is our basic one. We're just multiplying those numbers, okay. They obviously come in different shapes and sizes. Okay, cuboids. All you can need to do is don't worry about what it looks like. Just look at what the values for each one are. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. So say for example this one could be so say for example we've got this is 9 centimeters. Okay, the base is 4 centimeters, and then the height is 20. Oh, just about to see that, can't you? Okay, 20, and I'll put it underneath, millimeters. Okay, 20 millimeters. So again, you'll notice that actually they're not all in the same unit of measurement, are they? Okay, so we've got centimeters, centimeters, and millimeters. So I know it for volume, it's going to be 4 times 9 times, I'm going to turn this into centimeters, 20 millimeters equals 2 centimeters, isn't it? 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters, 2 centimeters is 20. So times that by 2, so 9 times 4, 9 4 is 36, 36 times 2, just doubling that, again 72, do your workings out if you need to, centimeters cubed. Okay, so I'm converting them, and then you can have ones with quite big numbers. Okay, ones with quite big numbers, so let's go with so say this is 1.2 meters. Then up here we've got, this is 30 centimeters, and this, we'll do this one again as 20 centimeters. Okay, it's 20 centimeters there. Okay, so again we can see they're not all in the same unit of measurements. I'm going to just put this into centimeters. So we've got to find the volume. We've got our 30 times 120 times 20. So again, with these zeros, it's not so difficult. So I'm going to do, I'll just do it up here. Actually, I'll do 30 times 120. I'm going to cross both zeros off. 3 times 12 is 36. Add those zeros back on. So I'm left with 3,600. I'm going to times that by 20. Again, I'm going to cross those zeros off. 36 times 2, 72. And I've crossed off 3 zeros, I'm going to put those back on. So I got that centimeters cubed, 72,000 centimeters cubed. Okay, so I'm putting them into the same unit of measurement. Again, these are more the questions you'll find on the extension. Okay, so you make sure you put them in the same unit of measurement. Let's have a look at the another type of question that and they're not in the book, in our book. But I put them in the extension because they're a bit trickier, okay? Because otherwise I think it's a bit easy, this. So say for example, this is 4 centimeters, this is 3 centimeters, and the volume of the whole shape is, 120 centimeters cubed. Now, from that, I can work out that missing side. Okay, I can work out that missing side. Just a minute or two. Now, a couple of minutes. Can you work that out for yourself first? Can you work out that missing side for yourself? Okay. Now, pause the video. Give yourself a minute. Let's have a little look. Okay. Well, we know volume, so it's given us the volume. So volume is equal to base times the width times the height. So we know the volume is 120, okay, and that is equal to the base times the width and times this number here, isn't it? Okay, so we need to do this times it is 120. Okay, it's 120. So we do 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times what is 120? 10. Okay, so let's just check. If we check that this is 10, so we get 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 10 centimeters is 120. So the missing one is 10. Okay. When you get to the harder ones, what you can do there, okay, is, I know this is 120, okay, 120, 4 times 3 is 12, so I multiply these together and then I divide the answer of these two by the volume, okay, and that will also give me 10. So I multiply those together, okay. Let's have a look at the next one, okay. Okay, so can you have a go at this one as well then, please? Again, it's quite tricky. Let's go with, if this is 6 centimeters, this is 4 centimeters, and the volume of the shape is 120 centimeters cubed. What do you think that missing number is? What do you think the missing number is? Okay, pause the video a second, see if you can work that out yourself. It's quite a tough one. Again, this is more the extension work, but just pause it and have a go. Well, let's have a little look. We know the volume is 120, so we know 120 is equal to 6 times 4 times our missing one, isn't it? So 6 times 4 is 24. What do I have to times 24 by to get me 120? Now, if you can't see that straight away, do your 24 times table. 24, 48, not very good about 24 times table myself. 72, 96, 120. So you can see that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, isn't it? So if you times that by 5, there. Okay. So I'm missing one is 5. Let's just check. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 times 6 is 120. Yes, that's correct. Okay. Right. So the work for today. Okay. So the work for today. Oh, I haven't written that down. I haven't got the book with me. Hang on. So the same page as yesterday, please. In fact, okay, just give me a moment. Hang on. All right, okay. So, can we have a go at? So, can we have go page in our book, page 57, and questions 7 to 10. Now, these actually are really quite easy. Okay, you know, some of the numbers are biggish, but you know, sort of compared to the work we have been doing today, it's much this is quite straightforward. Can you then please the extension? And in the extension, there's 3 parts to the extension as well, okay? So I think we can all have a go at the first part of the extension. It does get trickier after that. So the extension, and that is attached to the portal, okay? So that's attached to the portal. Can you please print that off? These will only take you about 5 minutes at the most, okay? So it's really focusing on these ones, and they do get quite tricky. And give it your best shot, please, okay? Right, good luck with that. Okay, cheers, bye-bye.